list actually too. Okay, so he is. He's pretty high on that list. Let's see here if yeah, it's 1-0 end of 2 right now. So yeah. All right. So I want to get into something else here. Yesterday we did something with trade value. Oh, I want to address something. So let me go over to my X account. And somebody put this up here. Let's see here. So AJ Brown. Hang on. So so AJ Brown was on Julian Edelman's podcast, I think, and Gronk's podcast. Just remember, we're all Patriots. You know that, right? Brown winks. So these guys are now recruiting him. Okay? Burner account. What's that? You must be new, dude. Me with a burner? You mean a joint? Because if you're talking about another social media account, yeah, no. Okay? Why are you always late? Who says I'm late? I'm on big sales time, Junior. No. Who said I'm on big sales time? Randall was the whole offense, no doubt. Yeah, well, you had Keith Byers and you also had Keith Jackson on that team. So wait a minute. Sills, who's likely to leave? Oh, AJ Brown's out. I'm sorry. I don't believe he's there. So ESPN's got trade value. And I want to go over it with you here. Okay? So ESPN came out with a trade value. The latest on a potential AJ Brown trade. Let's see here. I showed you yesterday. How come everybody in Philly, the people in Philly don't believe he's gone? Everyone else that I talk to says he's gone, no matter who it is. Everybody going to Indianapolis believes that AJ Brown is gone. How come you don't? How come you guys don't believe that? That he's gone? What makes you think he's staying? He doesn't like the play of the quarterback. That wasn't even me saying it. There's no one I've spoken to except for people who are in Philly. And get this, the people that cover the team are the last to know. Every single national fucking story that's ever put out about your team, Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport or Diana Rossini, they break it. When is the last time a Philadelphia Eagle beat writer of the Eagles broke a story? Give me one that broke a story with any significance over guys like Jay Glazer. They give the local guys crumbs. That's not just a Philly thing. They do that shit in Tampa. They do that in LA. They do that everywhere. The national guys get the main stories. The local guys get the crumbs. And it's by design. Adam Schefter just said the other day that he thinks he's staying now. Okay? ESPN doesn't believe it either. Just, you trade AJ for Thibodeau, he will still be pissed. Also, does anyone know who recruited Thibodeau? That was Mario Cristobal. Thank you very much. And he also did Penei Sewell. Okay? Howie will not absorb the cat hit. I showed it yesterday, Mr. Hill. If AJ wants out, you can redo the contract and to take less cap hit. I showed you how it can be done. That's the exercise we did. Okay? You bring up a great point. You bring up a great point. A.J. Brown is overrated, to be honest. He's not even a top 5. Wait. Well, he's not a top 5 because he doesn't have a top 5 quarterback. Here's what I'll tell you. I think some of these price tags that some people are floating out on some of these guys, I think they're going to try to control the market. You know, people in Tampa, this guy, Derek Gilmore, he's trying to float around that Mike Evans is a $20 million guy. I started asking people around. His market value tops is $13 million. He's not a $20 million guy. And at best, he's a 2. He's not a 1 wideout. I heard John and Xander talking. John missed the whole point of the conversation. And I don't think Xander, maybe he didn't hear me either yesterday. Xander's going to be on a 3:30. Who said I wanted Mike Evans to be your number 1 here? Fuck, your number 1 would be Devontae. Mike Evans would roll the 2. You move your other guy out in the 1 spot, and you put him at the Z. Mike Evans is not a 1 at $13 million. And some go, well, he's 33. Well, what are you going to do out there then? Jahan Dotson? Some fucking dude in the 3rd round? And you want to change your offense? I mean, that does. So here, this is what John would say. You're not bringing a 33-year-old guy in to play the second wide receiver in Mike Evans. Okay, fair enough. So what are you going to put out there? John Smith from Dick University on the other side of Devontae? What are you going to do? Some kid you got to break in with a brand new offense and a 33-year-old coordinator. Make that make sense. Don't you want to have a guy out there that's a seasoned dude that knows how to catch passes? I'd want a veteran out there. If I'm changing my offense and I am trading A.J. Brown, what in God's name do I want out there? A dude from where? Appalachian State? On the other side of Devontae? Jalen Reagor 3? Wouldn't you want a veteran guy there? A guy that's reliable and a guy that's durable to play 17 games? I mean, here, no, let's do this. Let's move AJ, put a dude from Dick University over there at wide receiver on the other side of Devontae, or a dude, a free agent nobody, and somebody that's not reliable. Oh, by the way, and all in the light of changing the offense. And that sounds right. Use sense. So I'm going to change the offense. I'm going to move off AJ. I'm going to put a young kid in on the other side of Devontae Smith and expect my quarterback's passing game to be better. Make that make sense. Let me put Darius Cooper out there on the other side of Devontae, and I'm changing an offense. Whoa. Hey, sounds like you're going in the right direction. Holy cow. Yeah. Bob Smith from Dick University is now taking over for AJ. Congratulations to you. He's cheaper and he's young. Hey, dude, I don't give a shit about young and old. I care about productive. Are you productive? Are you good? Are you not good? Do you produce? Age has nothing to do with production. Do you produce or not? Some guys produce. 36-year-old, it's funny. You'll bring a 36-year-old Lane Johnson back, but you won't look at a 33-year-old guy who's a Hall of Fame player. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, okay. What? Why don't you get younger at tackle? Hey, Lane, thanks a lot. We appreciate you. I'll see you later. Okay? But not Evans because, he's 33. But you're bringing back a 36-year-old tackle. I'll tell you this. Mike Evans has just as much chance as Lane Johnson on being a first ballot Hall of Famer and having a productive year in 26. Both guys are just as good as one another. Trade AJ, get Jeremiah Smith next year. That kid is special at Ohio State. I think he's going to be the best wide receiver in the history of that program. AJ's Butterfingers. AJ is not Butterfingers. AJ is Buttermind. Okay? Jason Kelsey got scared off by Bob Lang and didn't really want to sit there and tell the truth. He's not mentally tough. Who do you think Hurts is? McNabb? He's not going anywhere with trash at wide receiver. So you think that Mike Evans and Devontae Smith would be trash? What do you think he didn't go anywhere with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith? He's Bob Stiff on the active roster. Does Cam Coleman remind you of A.J. Brown, Sills? A.J. Brown reminds me of a lesser Michael Irvin. If that makes sense, Tex. Or like a T.O. Just not that good. A.J. Brown's not Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens is superior to the guy. Tell you what, though, A.J.'s pretty smart social media-wise. He's a smart dude, social media. Okay? Seals, come on, Mike Evans and Lane Johnson do different things. Really? No shit. One's a receiver and an offensive tackle. I'm talking about being a productive guy at their respected positions. You didn't follow along with that? So what? You think Mike Evans plays offensive tackle, or you thought I thought that? Who'd you think I was? Jason McIntyre? I know the difference, Prince, between a wideout and OT. They're both premium positions. You think I'm Jason McIntyre? Got to be mentally tough to play in Philly. Well, you got to be mentally tough to play 11 straight seasons of 1,000 yards. By the way, I'm not telling you Mike Evans is some answer either. By the way, it's a great comment. I'm glad we're here. Do you guys believe in coincidences? Seals, if we let go Lane, your take, how are we going to replace a Hall of Famer? If we keep him, your take today, he sold what is it? Sills, if we let go of Lane, your take, how are we going to replace Hall of Famer if we keep him? Your take today. He sold what is it? Not sure, Martin, what we're saying here. But put it over here, and if we can put the wording together, okay? Martin, I'll put it back up there. All right? How many people believe in coincidences? Do you believe in coincidences? He's old. So is Lane old. Do you guys believe in coincidences? Like a coincidence. You do. See, I don't believe in any of that shit. I think people do things for a reason. It depends. I think people do things for a reason. You think NFL teams do things and it's coincidence? Not when it's a repeated pattern. Okay. It's calculated. So, Kyle, yesterday, the Kansas City Chiefs, they freed up $43.4 million of cap space. And Mahomes was going to have about a $75 million cap hit on his contract going into 26. Okay? Prince, follow me here. They freed up $43.5 million. What do you think they did that for? Chiefs getting Pickens. Sorry, Dallas. Oh, I don't think it's Pickens. Why do you think they did that? Sounds like inside trading to me. They're making a move for AJ. Get him out of the conference. Put AJ Brown with the Chiefs. Evans and Hill they're getting. Why in God's name would you want that scumbag Tyreek Hill? Why would you want that scumbag? Everywhere he goes, he's a scumbag. No, thank you. 3 years ago, he was voted the greatest player in the game by the top players in pro football. You know that 100 list? And the Kansas City Chiefs said, get this asshole out of here. Why would they bring that asshole back? Okay? Why would they bring that asshole back? Headache. Sue, the guy's evil. It's one thing that T.O. was never evil. Tyreek Hill's an evil dude. Domestic violence cases, all that shit. I don't want any of that near my football team. Talk about a cancer. Tyreek Hill is an ultimate cancer. He's a cancer in your locker room. He's a cancer in life. Look, I don't wish anybody to lose their gig, but the guy's a scumbag. I'm not bringing that into my team. I'm trying to get better. I'm not trying to have lower character. Okay? Guy's a scumbag. Beats women. All that shit. I'm not having any of that. I have no interest in it. Dude, don't hit women. Don't be mean to elderly. And don't hurt animals. Those three things have to be a rule in my locker room. Everything else is all good. I'll work with you. Okay? No, that was the Eagles that wanted him. They were working on a contract to get Deshaun Watson in the building. No, that was the Eagles. You forgot the Eagles also had a 3-year deal and were trying to entice him to go to Philly. You forgot the Eagles, Emrayes. So Coach Reed has dealt with all types of shitheads. And if he let Hill walk, that says a lot. No shit. That's exactly correct. Not bringing that scumbag in. However, guys, how about this? Okay? Kansas City Chiefs are going to make a trade for A.J. Brown. Let's take a look at what ESPN says. Front page, NFL, ESPN. This ain't my shit. Trade offers for Eagles, A.J. Brown, and 4 potential new teams. Where do you think they got that from? Adam Schefter. He's the one that's putting this out. So here. Cleveland Browns. This is Jeremy Fowler putting his name on this one. Jeremy Fowler. Eagles get 2026 first-round pick. Number 24. Browns get Brown. Why this deal makes sense. The Browns have 2 first-round picks, 6 and 24, after the Travis Hunter deal of 25. They could use 6 on an offensive lineman, 24 in exchange to get Brown. Kind of the same way that the Eagles used their draft pick 2, and they got from the Saints, I believe, so they can go get Brown. This would immediately upgrade new head coach Todd Monken's offense, given the pass game, an insane offensive player. Cleveland's wide receivers room totaled 1,467 in receiving yards. It was the worst in pro football. Browns general manager Andrew Berry is an ex-Eagle executive who has a rapport with Roseman. Cleveland has also an opportunity to have a very good passing game if they were able to do that. Can't trust you. Your said lane would be gone. For them to be, okay, can't trust me? If you think then, Martin, how about this one? Why are you making a statement then that you're coming back for a 14th season if you weren't thinking about retiring? Martin, go sit down in the fucking corner. Thanks for the super chat. Let's go here. You made a public statement that you were coming back. It was 50-50 whether you were going to retire or not. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't see a statement that, let's see here, that Goddard's retiring. Hey, congratulations, you're coming back. Why would you make a statement if you weren't contemplating retiring? What a dumbass comment. Buffalo Bills, Dan Graziano. These guys are all putting their name on a potential trade. All on a potential trade. They're putting their name on it. They're talking to somebody. Okay? Eagles get the Buffalo Bills. First round pick, 26th. The Bills get A.J. Brown. Why this deal makes sense. Whether general manager Brandon Beane thinks so or not, quarterback Josh Allen could really benefit from a true number one receiver to stress the defense. And Brown's 26th contract is not an overpay financially for a top wideout. It's tough to imagine Buffalo getting a surefire instant impact playmaker and putting him in at wide receiver in the NFL draft. Completely agree. Completely agree. By the way, these aren't mine. Let's go to another one. Front page of ESPN. Ben Slolik's offer. Eagles get 2027 second round pick and a 27 fourth round conditional that could turn to a third, and wide receiver Rashad Bateman. Ravens get Brown. Why this deal makes sense. One of the clear lessons of the Ravens 25 season was that their current group of pass catchers is insufficient. While they might not need to make a move this drastic, they would benefit from having a receiver with size and contestable ability. Something quarterback Lamar Jackson has never enjoyed in his 7 seasons in Baltimore. By acquiring him for Bateman, the Ravens can give Brown a true wide receiver volume number 1. Zay Flowers would be wide receiver number 2. That would look insane. Okay? Why not just say lanes year to year? Why don't you say that? Leave the content to big cells. Okay? Zay Flowers and AJ in Baltimore with Lamar Jackson. How you doing? By the way, you see this douchebag? This is on the front page of ESPN and all their people who cover the league. Keep sitting there, kid. Go post your shit on your X account. Let's see. Next one. Patriots. Okay? Seth Walder's offer. Eagles get 2026 first round pick, number 31. I like this. Look at this. Hey, how about this one? So the Eagles would get the 31st pick in the NFL draft and a 2026 third round and a 2026 sixth round. And the Patriots get Brown, 2026, and the Patriots would have to get up. It says here, Patriots get Brown and a 2026 second round pick. That's what the exchange would be. Eagles get the 31st pick in 26 and a third-round pick in 26 and a sixth-round pick in 26. The Patriots would get Brown and a 2026 second-round pick. Remember, these are not my deals. Why this deal makes sense? The Patriots made it to the Super Bowl with a lacking receiver group. And not only one player who posted over 600 yards receiving. Can you imagine that? So wait a minute. Drake May threw for let me double check that. Drake May threw for 4,000 passing yards? No, can't be. He threw for $4,000 with not one receiver with over 600 yards receiving. That can't be. Let me see here. And this guy sucks? Who said that? Let's see here. No, can't be. Come on. So Drake May threw for 4,394 yards and 31 touchdowns. And yeah, Stephon Diggs had 1,000 yards. He had 1,000. Then he had another guy at 768. Yeah. So which one of these deals do you like? Which one of these deals? Brown for Gonzalez. Can it happen? Martin, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to want it. Martin, let's do this, Martin. You wouldn't want this one? Of all these deals, I like this Patriots one. I get the 31st pick in the draft, which means Howie would have what, 23 and 31? And I get a 26 third-round pick, which you don't have. Wait. You have the Jets third rounder, don't you? Don't you have the Hassan Reddick third? I thought you had two threes. I thought you had two threes. You sent yours to Miami for Jalen Phillips, right? And you have the Reddick third-round pick, which is the more volume pick, correct? I think that's how that worked. So here. So this is ESPN's offer here. 2026 first-round pick. I like it, 31. A 26 third-rounder. And a 26 sixth-rounder. You know how he uses them six-rounders. He's great at 5, 6, and 7s during the season. The Patriots get your 2 in 26 and Brown. How many people like that deal? Would you take that deal? Would you take that? Here, let's see this. The Pats deal sucks. There's zero proven capability. Still preaches potential is bullshit, but here he is feeding us the bullshit. It's because the player wants out. The player wants out. You have no other choice. Seals, you can also trade back in the early second round, pick up some picks, and get wide receiver Chris Bell. Okay? Potential. Bro, fucking player wants out. Only people in Philadelphia believe he's staying. And by the way, if you bring him back and this guy wasn't happy when you won the Super Bowl. He's going to be happy now. Hey, Flexen, those aren't my trades. Flexen, those aren't my trades. Those are ESPN's trades. Got me wrong, dude. Wrong dude. Use 23 and 31 to move up to the top 15. Okay? Hey, how about this one? So here, you think somebody's going to be happy with a brand new offense when the player wasn't happy? when he won a Super Bowl? That'll give the Patriots the best wide receiver room with Diggs and AJ. And you get your draft picks. And get this,